It's every week at this stage, boys. It's every week. Hello guys, how are you getting on? My name is Aaron Kelly and you're very welcome back to another episode of the Premier League Verdict. I hope you guys have had a good weekend and a good day, and I hope you are just keeping well in general. Leave a like on the video before we begin, lads. Subscribe if you're new around here. I was out shopping over the weekend and managed to pick up this little number. Beautiful Celtic jersey, down from 90 to 35. Absolute dub, we love to see that. And I was actually out shopping, getting this, having a great day, rather than staying home watching the Chelsea game. Tells you all you need to know, really. Then on Saturday evening, I went on to commentate for Longford Town for LOI TV. If you guys have not been checking out the League of Ireland, you absolutely should be. I actually have a Longford Town jersey here. A bit of an OG one, as it is. This is my local club. But yeah, go support your local club, folks. And listen to me commentating on LOI TV every now and then, because it is good. Anyway, now that all the early pleasantries are over, let's get into our graphic as usual, with our green box coming up first. And I think it's really hard to not give it to Manchester City in a weekend where they have made serious ground in the race for the Premier League title. We know how good both of these two sides are that are leading the way for the Premier League title, Liverpool and Manchester City. And that's why when one of them slips up and one of them, takes advantage of the other slipping up, it feels like a significant moment in the title race. Obviously, Liverpool could only draw with Spurs on Saturday evening, a 1-1 draw. They actually had to come from behind to pick up a draw there. And Manchester City, who are looking to recover from what was a horrific week for them in the Champions League, being knocked out, absolutely bottling it at the hands of Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. We're looking for an instant response, and that is certainly what they got. A 5-0 win over Newcastle today, and getting back to the best of Manchester City. I think it's fair to say they were fantastic. Raheem Sterling scored twice, then there was goals from Aymeric Laporte, Rodri once again on the score sheet, and the substitute Phil Foden wrapped up a massive win for Manchester City in a game really in a couple of years might well be a potential title race decider. That sounds really weird to say when it's Manchester City versus Newcastle United that we're talking about here. But it was a real humbling for Newcastle, and I think they've done a really, really good job this second half of the season. Obviously, aided by the transfers that came in January, but they can really look to build for the future now. But today just wasn't it. They got absolutely outplayed. And I think a lot of us probably expected this, not only the fact that Man City are a far better side than Newcastle, the fact that they were looking to get that bounce back after the horrific defeat to Real Madrid during the week. And obviously, like I said, capitalising upon Liverpool's slip up at Tottenham, leaves the title race firmly back in the grasp of the current leaders and champions, Manchester City. 3 points the gap now, and they've also made a bit of a dent into the goal difference as well, which might well be a deciding factor come the final day of the season. Yellow box for the week. Now, I was actually, there was a lot of moments during the week that I think could have been given for this. I was very close to giving it to Connor Cody's 96th, 7th minute equaliser at Stamford Bridge, and I think would have been well in my right to do that. But you know what? I don't want to rant today. I've been in a good mood. I've had a really, really good weekend, and I don't want it to be dampened, really, because as I said at the beginning of the video, I actually wasn't at home to see the Chelsea game on Saturday, so it didn't give me much of a chance to get too angry at it in a way. When I found out, I got a little bit of a notification on my phone saying that Connor Cody had scored an equaliser, and I thought to myself, it's just kind of expected, really, isn't it? And after Romelu Lukaku actually decided, he was able to score goals with the new owner looking on, it was all looking rosy, and then it all went downhill. Brilliant goal by Trincao, and then Connor Cody gets his goal in the 97th minute. But yeah, we're not going to talk too much about that today. We're actually going to talk about a bit of a funny story from during the week. And Watford fans, turn off now, okay? So obviously Watford have been relegated. They were relegated after defeat to Crystal Palace. 1-0 was the scoreline. Wilfred Zaha scored a penalty. But it's not the fact that Watford have been relegated. We've been expecting this to happen for weeks now. It was just a question of when, not if. And it's not the fact that Watford couldn't get any sort of result in this game against Crystal Palace, because they are a very decent side, Crystal Palace. There was an incident after the game, right? So Roy Hodgson obviously was the manager of Crystal Palace for a couple of years, did a really, really good job there, left at the end of last season, and many speculated that that might have been him done in management, but obviously Watford, as Watford do, sacked their manager. They sacked their manager, they bring in Roy Hodgson, someone who has got such vast experience in this competition, but I still think people didn't really imagine that he was going to be able to keep Watford up. Hence has been the case. But at the final whistle, he's just relegated Watford. Whether it's his fault or not, whatever side of the fence you sit on it, I don't think Watford's squad was ever good enough to stay up. But he's just got Watford relegated. And what does he do? The man does a lap, like a fucking lap of honour around Selhurst Park, his old stomping ground, giving the fans a little thank you. Cheers, folks. Thanks for coming out. Lovely. Love that. Thanks a million. Love the support. Keep it up. And just ignores the travelling Watford fans. Like, it's just elite shithousery. And I know it's probably a little bit disrespectful to Watford. But at the same time, you gotta admit, from a neutral standpoint, it's very, very funny what happened. Watford fans obviously not too happy by this, I'd imagine. Well, certainly from the little bit of reaction I've seen online from them, they don't seem too happy at all. And I wouldn't be either, trust me. But it's the fact that, this is, Roy isn't going to be signing on for another contract. He's not going to go down to the Championship with Watford. He may well retire after this. But just the lack of respect for your current club to do a lap of honour at, your previous club. That would normally be fine if you don't, number one, get the fucking club relegated, and number two, don't go over and thank the travelling fans. It's just, Roy. Just never change, Roy. Never change.
So let's not take the piss here.
I certainly wasn't.
Well, I think you are.
Stinker of the week, then, and like I said at the beginning of the video, right, I was obviously in commentating on the Longford Town game during the weekend, Saturday evening as it was, and I decided, just before we went live, I decided, we'll have a little look at what's going on in the Man United game, because I knew that was the late game. 4-0 to Brighton! They lost 4-0 to Brighton. Now, don't get me wrong, Brighton have been decent enough this season. I think they've really started to solidify themselves as a really top Premier League side. Graham Potter has solidified himself as one of the best managers in the league, hands down. Like, he's done really, really great with them. Like, honestly, he has. But, oh my god, I thought United were a mess already. They've lost 4-0. Like, I thought I was going to have to give Chelsea Stinker of the Week again for bottling a lead against Wolves. But somehow Man United managed to top it. Caicedo opened the scoring with a really good strike. Cucurella made it 2, also with a good strike. And then 5-a-side stuff for Pascal Gross's goal. I mean, it was really an unbelievable goal for that third one. Leandro Trossard makes it 4. It looked like Welbeck was going to get it. But, I mean, like I said, I didn't get to see the game live. But I watched the highlights. There was not one Man United highlight on the Sky Sports highlight reel. I think that tells you all you need to know. Everything that happened was Brighton attacking. Like, seriously, how do you manage that? How do you manage to go to the Amex as Manchester United, no matter what form you're in, and just get battered? Like, dominated, like, from what I've seen. And the chances Brighton missed as well. It could have easily been like 6 or 7, and that's not even a fucking exaggeration. Welbeck has one in the first half, which he should definitely do better with. I think he had another chance then as well. Trossard misses a really good chance as well. Like, it honestly could have been so much worse for Man United as it was, and it was horrendous as it was. Horrendous! 4-0 to Brighton! That club is an absolute joke. Like, seriously, Erik ten Hag has got a massive, massive job on his hands. Top 4 has been gone for a long, long time. Hell, they might not even get Europa League or even Conference League the way things are going at the minute, Man United, because they are just shocking. Raphael Varane, like, he was lucky he wasn't punished by Danny Welbeck in the first half. Seriously, what is he doing with that touch? Raphael Varane, one of the best defenders in world football over the last decade, and he's looked like utter dog shit whenever he has played. By the way, he's been injured for half the season. And don't get me wrong, Harry Maguire is, definitely being the scapegoat for a lot of people. But I think that is, he's not good enough for Man United. But it just goes to prove that he's not the only problem fucking personnel-wise on the football pitch. It leaves so many questions. What kind of sign... Like, Ralph Rangnick came out during the week and said that he wanted Luis Diaz in January. He wanted Julian Alvarez, who's on his way to Manchester City, in January. And he wanted Vlahovic in January. But the board just told him no. These Man United anti-Glazer, protests are going to continue long into the Erik ten Hag era, I believe. And it'll just be interesting to see, what the lie of the land is when he does come in. What kind of money will he be given to spend? Because there is a serious, serious overhaul needed at Manchester United this summer. And I just don't know if Erik ten Hag is going to be given the facilities to do that, because they're so far behind. So far behind Tottenham and Arsenal at the minute. let alone chasing Manchester City and Liverpool, which is what Manchester United realistically should be. I don't know, it's horrendous, it really is. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, lads. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy. Let me know who you would have changed, if you would have put anyone else in any different boxes, all that kind of crack. I'm now officially done college. Well, not officially, but you know, we're no more classes. I've got a couple of assignments left between now and the end of May. But I have got April recreations recorded. It's, you know, the edit has already begun on that one. It's an absolute banger. And yeah, I'm just so fucking buzzing to get back on this YouTube grind, lads. Getting that content out. And the summer is going to be fucking huge. Like you've never seen before on this channel. So I hope you guys are ready for the ride. I know I am. And yeah, let's get through it together, lads. I'll see you in a bit. Take care and peace.